Hey guys, Nick Middle here coming at you with this week's drip, and this week we're going through step 3 of complacency. And last week we talked about being our best, delivering and performing at our absolute best, not because we have to, but because we choose to. And as leaders, I think it's important to realize that sometimes we're not performing at our best, or our crew is not performing at their best because they're just bored. It's a routine. It's become mundane, especially if you're working some bigger jobs. Sometimes you can get on some projects that it just becomes routine. And so as a leader, I want to challenge you to ask yourself, how do I keep it fresh? Maybe you got to put your tools on. Work with your guys every once in a while. Some of you constantly are working with your guys and have your tools on. I've talked to some foremen. They're working a lot bigger projects. They never do. I got to visit with a contractor actually today, and he said, Nick, I'm hardly ever in the field, but here lately, every once in a while, I put my tools on and I'll just show up and work for a day, work for a few hours, just to keep my guys on their toes. And if you're the boss, you could do that too. You could keep your guys on your toes just by showing up and working along beside them. Not only that, but you're also going to set a standard. You know, here's the level that we perform at. And if you're a leader and you're working with your crew and you can show them that standard, that level, you might get just a little more out of them. And guys, if you're getting started out in this business, you may not know where that level is, and you might be trying to find balance between your best and screwing stuff up. And man, that's when you gotta be asking questions. You gotta ask the boss. You gotta ask your key journeyman, man, will you work along beside me today or for a couple hours? I want you to watch what I'm doing, make sure I'm doing it right, make sure I'm performing at the level that you want me to perform at. You know, so often when we get started in this business, we just hope the boss doesn't notice us at all. But man, that's crazy. I want you to reach out and raise your hand for help, but ask that boss, man, will you work with me for an hour today, or 30 minutes if you got time, or 10 minutes and show me this, or see if what I'm doing is what you expect. Because if it's not, if you're not delivering the level they expect or want, and they're not telling you, the hell's you going to know if you don't ask? But guys, complacency, it's not an easy one to tackle, but we're going to continue through it. And guys, next week we're going to go a little deeper into complacency. And until next time, take care.